I got this. Welcome to Everything Gem. I hope the sound's okay. You got double trouble here today. I thought, I could really use a co-host. Yeah. So, yeah. It's My Life by Talk Talk. I really don't like the one by Gwen Stefani, but if I'm feeling desperate, then I'll listen to it. It's not that it's bad, it's not my preference. So, let's do some adjustments here. I feel like I'm still shrinking down. I'm like, Let's try this. That was scary, huh? Let's try it again. This one. How do I do that? Ooh, look at that. Looks like that's really cool. Oh, I don't know. You're gonna say what the thing in the middle looks like. Shit. Yeah. That's. My kids hate when I make faces, and I think it's really funny myself. I think my eyes feel like they're stuck now. So, yes, welcome to Everything Gem, and I'll probably be making a few adjustments here. Maybe not. The Red Moon Woman, and we'll talk about that one of these days. I have left KCAA behind, or actually they probably left me behind, and so I'm here in my beautiful bedroom in Redlands, California. And if you haven't already, please don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube. And I have the worst anxiety. So besides the fact that I have a co-host today, I'm going to probably get myself in trouble and play my Pandora in the background super low. But the music just reduces my anxiety. So hold on one second. I'm hoping you can't hear that at all. It's probably only me that's going to hear it. We hope. So, Anyway, today I did Kicking It Old School with Jan Heck on KCA Radio 1050 AM, and I'm going to go ahead and load that podcast. It's a martial arts show, and it's also in conjunction with the Masters Hall of Fame, which is a major red carpet event here in California on August 1st in Long Beach. That organization recognizes excellence in martial arts, and I will be there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It really, really, really is. I hope they don't play any commercials, because, yeah. Anyway, I am sweating in here. Whew, it's hot. And let me see. So, yeah, we're talking about Masters Hall of Fame. Actually, this Saturday, or the 12th. Is that right? Saturday? Anyway, July 12th. Archangel is having their Tournament of Truth. It's their amateur MMA. It's held in Riverside, California at the Riverside Auditorium. I told them I was going to be there. I refused to be the ring girl, but I did tell them that I would wear my cat suit and stilettos. So we have that to look forward. I'll probably wear this F Me Red lipstick. What do you guys think about that? The only thing with red lipstick is I just get on your teeth and you know how you do like that. And then it sounds like you're playing Eleanor Rigby. You know what I mean? Wait, is that it? Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, probably doing that, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to try to do the post-fight commentary. Yeah, we're going to see how that's going to go. I'm going to be like, "Jeez, what made you pick that color of shorts?" But somebody's got to do the comedy aspect of it. She's like, "I'm looking at it. I really need that Botox so I can mix on your faces and stuff." But we'll see how that goes. Also, they're having the Brew Fest at the North Orange Show, and I'm not really involved at all, but I'll probably go and hang out anyway and try to hand out crap here and there and there and here. And who knows? Because the guy over there, his name is Alan Conrad, and he's really nice. So I might just take a trip over there, and I probably shouldn't drink. So I don't know. So what happens there? It'll be interesting. The only thing is, like, if I go to that, then I'm going to be all sweaty, and then I have to come back and go to the other thing. So we'll see how that works out. Kaizen Dojo, my friend, Sir William Christopher Ford, is raising money. He's having a fundraiser for the St. Jude Children's Hospital. He will be fighting 40 people in one day. His goal is to raise $10,000. I think last time I checked, he was like at about $7,000. I'm going to talk to myself. Does it work with that? What do you think? Yeah, it's almost like I have a co-host. I can just like pretend and stuff like that because I have this great imagination. So I'll just pretend I have a co-host. Yeah, but like I said, you have to determine which one is the old one. So, also, I guess my surgery is kind of tentatively scheduled sometime in mid-August. I better get this podcast on the road. I'm trying to do at least 5 out of 7 of the days, which is quite challenging, but that's okay. I'm going to, like, stop talking. I'm at the, like, practice because I have to get on the clock and everything so that I can get played on other stations. So, we're growing together. We're going to do it together. Yes, we are. I have lots of stuff to talk about today. I think I can talk for the full hour. Topics include these crazy t-shirts, and if you haven't already liked me on Facebook, you can check out all the links up there usually. And I haven't been posting music, but I'm going to get back to doing that. I think I have somebody that's going to do the music for me or help me do some of the music. They have the Kegel thingy. I can't wait to talk about that. And let me see, 6 weird facts about sex and love. That one's good. That one's good. That one's kind of interesting. I have a lot of comments on that. I mean, are you not surprised? Yeah. And let me see, the California cannabis culture. They just passed some law thingy, whatchamacallit or whatever. So we're going to go over that. And we're also going to talk about, medical marijuana, the medical marijuana card and guns. I mean, how do those two things work together? Can you have permits for both of them or whatever it's called? Yeah, let's figure that out. I'm going to need plenty of help. I know there were some comments on Facebook, but I was like, huh? What? Yeah? I couldn't really understand at that time, and I was in a hurry, as usual, so I kind of just put it off to the side. Sorry, Jim, I still need your help. And I guess I'll just have to make sense of it as I go along. Crybaby of the week. We have that to talk about as well. I pulled that off of Vice. I'm going to start doing my own Crybaby of the week because it just makes sense. You know what I'm talking about? So let's get down to some of our small talk. Boob update. So like I said, I'm going to have surgery. I found this awesome plastic surgeon. And I know I'm supposed to, like, totally know his name right now, but I can't remember, and I'll remember as soon as I click the stop button. But for right now, he's awesome, and he's in Redlands, and he's giving me a lot of information. I'm going to talk about it on my vlog today, and there won't be two of me talking there, but, oh, that's pretty groovy, huh? Anyway, there won't be two of me talking there, but, yeah. One of the things that I'm planning, and I'm hoping this will take place on Sunday after I'm completely wore out and drunk from Saturday. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to have this gentleman. His name is not on my notes. No, I'm just kidding. Luciano Paisani. He is going to paint my body. We're going to do a few themes. And so he's going to paint my naked body. And I'm going to be a dragon this time. And we'll see how my face looks and everything. But yeah, like my face in this webcam is like, Jesus, I gotta learn how to do makeup or something. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, I'm getting distracted on this. I hear a song on this one. Talking Heads, I love Talking Heads. Anyway, so he's gonna paint my body. He's gonna paint like a dragon on it. We're gonna do a dragon theme, and then we have a couple of other themes that we're gonna do. And it's pretty cool. I have to be clean shaven. I didn't even think about that. And I guess he was asking me, you know, I guess they block out your nipples when they actually put them in the book or on display or whatever. And he's like, do you want me to put pasties on there or, you know what? I'm like, it's not like I thought about it or anything. So I was like, no, not really. I mean, there's no point, you know what I mean? I mean, everybody knows there's nipples behind those things, right? I mean, you know where the nipples are. It's like if my nipple was randomly, like people had random nipples, like there was like a nipple on your neck or something. You're like, oh yeah, cover that up. I don't want to put it in now. You know, or like let's say you had like a nipple off your earlobe on this side, you know, and maybe like off your ring finger on this side, you know, you're like, yeah, cover that nipple. Yeah. I don't want to see that. But yeah, obviously now you're looking at my tits. Okay, you know where the nipples go. Which reminds me, this is from my friend Dan. He wanted me to place these. I think it's sacrilegious, so I'm not going to do it, Dan. I'm just letting you know. He wanted me to place. I guess I should hold up one. How do I do this? These Masters Hall of Fame coins. Okay, it's not really working out. Anyway, they're Masters Hall of Fame coins. He wanted me to place them on my nipples and the topless on your string. Yes, he did. But that is sacrilegious, Dan, and I'm not going to do it because I am a respectable person. Water. Anyway, so we're going to do like the whole dragon theme, and I'm hoping I could... I mean, he's going to do them in the studio, but I kind of would really like to go to like the martial arts museum or maybe one of the gardens and take some pictures. So let's see how that goes. Let's see. Yeah, this clean shaven thing, that was really funny because I was on Craigslist and I'm looking, you know, through whatever I was looking for. Maybe I was looking for a body painting guy or a makeup person, and I found this guy that says get paid to get shaved clean or something like that. I was like, that's weird. And so I like put it on Facebook. I was like, can you believe this? And I'm posting all these stupid things that I saw on Craigslist. And that guy goes, yeah, that's really dumb. And then now I'm like, are you kidding? I have to be clean shaven. If I can get money to do that, to the body painting, that's a win-win. You know what I mean? And besides that, I wear glasses. So do I do my own eyebrows? Hell no, I can't see anything. It's like, how can you do this? Yeah, it's not going to work. So I don't have contacts, so I can get paid to have it done. What the hell, right? Just make sure I take people with me. Or that gun that I can't carry because blah, 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 which is another topic, right? Anyway, it was weird because I was like, okay, so we got the nipples taken care of and so stuff. I was like, okay, what about my hoo-ha? What about my hoo-ha? I mean, is that going to be like photoshopped out? I mean, do I have to like, I don't know. I mean, wow. I mean, yeah. So, and I wasn't exactly sure how to text that to him because I don't know if he would call it a hoo-ha. What do you think? There's so many words. I mean, I've called it a winky before. I like that word myself. I think winky's a pretty good word, and then I could use it with my girls too. So, but anyway. Yeah, what's going to happen with my hoo-ha? Is it going to just be like, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to use that for my promotional stuff. And we're going to do the Red Moon Music Entertainment kind of thingy dingy. And we're going to do like this military kind of thingy. And we'll see. We will see. It'll be pretty interesting. I think we're going to be working on a calendar as well. And there's just all kinds of good stuff. So if you haven't, well, our website's not up yet. It should be up this week because she keeps scolding me because I'm not doing things right. But are we surprised? And that'll go up, and then we have a store on there, and we'll be putting t-shirts and pictures and pins and whatnots on there. So that's definitely going to be a lot of fun. I was like, should I do like the whole hologram thing where like on the pictures, you know, like I have something on and then you wiggle it one way and then I don't have any top on, or should I do that? I mean, what do you think? And kind of like those glasses where you drink and then the chick's naked and, you know. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Of course, this is all for cancer awareness, you know. So I'm just saying that. And okay, so here's 2 seconds of seriousness. You know, you have to be comfortable with your body, which I'm totally not. But it's a learning process, and I mean, at 50 years old, geez, why didn't I take these pictures like 30 years ago? What was I thinking? Okay, but anyway, yeah, so it's not really going to be done in a weird way or anything like that. But who knows? You know, we really want to draw attention to the campaign in an avant-garde type of style. You know, just kind of going extreme and stuff and getting attention, and it's going to be huge. You guys are lucky you're in on the ground floor. Anyway, so if you get a chance and you do go to my website, check out my sick boob. I think that's on YouTube too, but I'm not positive. But I'm going to do an update tonight as well. And that is my vlog, and it kind of chronicles my journey as far as my health, and it's not more than 15 minutes. So while you're going to have like a whole hour of me now, which I know you're probably going to listen to 18 minutes, and the rest is just going to be background noise. Go ahead and check that out on another day, like maybe when you decide to go take a dump or something, put it on and say, oh my gosh, is that happening to her? Or whatever, and you can like let's watch it on your iPhone or whatever. So yeah, it'll be great. Anyway, we got to get cracking with all of that stuff. But like I said, it's really like an intense time. There's like I thought, oh yeah, this will be easy. I just got to sit there and record. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. It's like last night, like I thought I was going to record for sure, and I started doing all this stuff, and then I was sitting on the computer, and I started getting messages, and I already put my makeup on. I was like, I'm definitely recording now. I am recording tonight. I don't care what happens. Damn it, I'm recording this show tonight. Guess what? Didn't record the show tonight. Next thing I know, my son is taking the computer off my lap, plugging it in next to me, and covering me with a blanket. Yeah, that's what happened. So anyway, again, that is my sick boob, and it will chronicle my journey with my breast cancer, as well as draw attention to all cancer all over the place. So check it out. Talking about vlogs and all that stuff. Okay, so I watched this midget video, this Jerry Springer midget video. That thing is hilarious. Okay, I don't even know what this guy is doing. Like when he's like wiggling across the floor, it's like wiggles across the floor. He looks like worm-like or something. It's just the most bizarre movement. I'm sure there are tons of midget videos. I don't know, man. This. Woo! And they're fighting over midget vagina. Yes, they're fighting over a midget vagina, which means there's probably some midget penis involved. I mean, is this the way it works? Like, are you like midgeted it all over? I mean, because like their eyes look normal size, so is their like penis normal size and stuff like that? And the girls, are their vajages like normal size? I mean, how does that work? Or, I mean, can it vary? You know what I mean? I mean, how, you know, and so they're fighting on Jerry Springer. It's so funny. They actually take off their shirts and everything, but man, their movements are weird. There's like, one time he like stiffens up, just kind of like falls forward. It's so crazy. Yes, the link is on Facebook. Watch it a million times. I did. It's ridiculous. But I mean, does it get any crazier? So anyway, I know this is like way too much thought or something like that. Like, I mean, like if a midget is having sex with the other person, like I mean, the other person is like normal size, like non-midget. Yeah. Okay, so you have midget and non-midget status having sex. Obviously, 69 is not an option. Or it's just a serious issue. Either way, yeah. Okay, anyways. So I watched it a gazillion times, and I think you could too. So, and if you're in a bad mood, just watch the midget video because it totally distracts you, and you're like, what the fuck is this? And then you forget what you're around about, and then you can move on with your day. So, you know, there's like a lot of purposes. So let's talk about this California cannabis culture. And what I understand is Berkeley, figures, has like passed this law where you can receive medical cannabis. Wait, actually, okay, the Medical Cannabis Commission has put this together, and what will happen is each dispensary has to give a certain percentage of their their annual sales. I think it's 2% of their annual sales. They have to give it to people that have a low income and the need for the medical marijuana or the medicinal marijuana. Anyway, low income, you qualify as a low income when you are 32,000 or less for a single person, or 46,000 or less for a family. I mean, what if you have like a family of 37? Or what if you, I mean, what if you get family of 2? I mean, you know. But anyways, they're going to do this whole reread thing, and they're going to review it again, and it's going to go through another reading in August, and then everything should be good to go. And I was watching the video, and people are like, well, as long as the right people get it. Are the right people getting it now? Really? Oh, jeez. I mean, and same thing with prescription drugs. Are the right people getting them? Can't wait till I do interviews on the street because they're going to say something stupid and I'm just going to have to like flip out. But no. So I think that's all good, actually. I think that's all good. And I think that's like a step in the right direction. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But talking about weed, I guess apparently this lady went to go buy her some kids and food in Maryland, and she went to a Sonic's, which, blah, I hate Sonic. Blah, it's gross. And her kid had a baggie of weed in the French fries. It was really funny. And I was like, you know, well, what did the kids say? Mom, what's this? You know, or was she just digging through them and eating their fries? Because that's what I do. I tax my kids. If we're going to go to a fast food place and you're getting fries, you're getting taxed. Yes, you are getting taxed. That serves 2 purposes. One of them is that I really don't need to be eating a whole order of fries myself unless they're from In-N-Out. But no. Anyways, I shouldn't be eating the whole order myself, so I usually take like 3 and 3, and then if I can't control myself, I'll take another 2. So I'll take a total of 5 from each kid, which is 10, which is like way enough. But of course, my son who's 14, he picks out my fries. So I get like these stubby ones this big, and they're like overcooked. They're like all dried and sucked up already. So there's not even any flavor. But anyways, so she found weed in her kid's fries, and she went and told the manager, and it was like a big old deal. And she said that it was like so stressful, and her daughter was crying. There's weed in my fries. Really? Are you kidding? Weed. Really? Really? This is insanity. And so, anyways, she's traumatized. One of the employees there actually copped to it. Yeah. Oh, damn. Yeah, my weed. That was my weed. I mean, how are they going to find out anyway? How are they going to find out anyways, right? So she copped to it. She said, whoa, that just slipped out of my apron, man. And, of course, she was fired immediately. No, my friend. I can't believe I'm recording this and people are actually might watch it. Crazy people like Chris. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, Anyway, so talking about weird people, we're going to talk about 6 weird facts about sex and love. I think it's really funny that they picked 6 because there's like 8 gazillion. But I guess you have to limit yourself somewhere, right? So they decided to do 6 weird facts about sex and love. And you can find the link on Everything Gems Facebook. Yes, you can. And if you happen to be one of my friends, you can find it on the Gem, the Red Moon Woman. Because I share. Don't forget to do the Twitter thing too. Because it's kind of easier to read like in work and stuff. But anyways, so the 6 weird facts. Apparently, they have found that couples have similar DNA. Like married couples have similar DNA. Whoa. They did this study, and they looked at married couples versus random couples, like random people that are paired from like the same race. And they checked out their DNA, and the married couples actually have more similar DNA, which is really weird. And I was like, okay, that's just a weird study in itself. But the other thing was like, do you think that the DNA changes because they spend so much time together, because there's some kind of energy pull or something? You know what I mean? It's like they set it up to look this way, which surveys are always like that anyway. Who cares about statistics and all that crap? Like most of the time, I mean, you can get a general idea, but come on, don't go, put your house on it or anything. So I'm thinking, okay, so if I spend that much time with somebody, I think that your DNA would change. So I think it's really the opposite. I mean, because then they're taking these random people. So really the constant things in this are not the same. And like they say, okay, people and their dogs look the same. I mean, could that still be the same thing that's happening? Years from now, you guys are going to look back at this podcast and you're going to realize that I was onto something. Yeah, that crazy lunatic bitch in Redlands, yeah, this is true. This is true. And my dear friend, Chet, you better document this because I know you're all about that stuff. So anyway, I think that's what happens. And they also said, they did the same thing with people with similar educations and blah, 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 whatever. Anyway, the second one was watching romantic comedies versus couples therapy. Couples that watch romantic therapies, apparently it enhances your communication and you stay together longer or something like that. I'm like, really? Versus therapy, which is completely a waste of time. Couples therapy, it's just like steal all your money and you get out and you're pissed off because she said, oh damn, 50 minutes are up, and you guys are like, but anyways, I think the guys just look at the romantic comedies and they're like, fuck it, I might as well shut up now because I see how that movie's turning out. And you know what? That bitch ain't Jennifer Aniston anyway. So you might as well just abandon that whole thing. You know what I mean? They sit there and it's torture. I don't watch romantic comedies. I don't do that. And and that's a movie. It's a movie, right? It's just it's like saying, okay, Jim, do I really sit in my bedroom with sometimes I guess I do. Okay, so maybe I'm like more reality show. Anyway, so the romantic comedy, that doesn't really happen. You know what I mean? I mean, everybody doesn't look like Jennifer Aniston and stuff like that. And so I think that they just look at it and they say, fuck it. Let me just throw in the towel now, right? Anyway, the third one, or the fourth one, whatever, it says women can make their voice sound sexier, men can't. Okay, so let me see. Do you think this is sexy? Okay, I can't even look at myself. I can't even look at myself when I talk like that. But apparently, they say that when women lower their voice like that, and it gets kind of deep and blah, 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 that it's kind of a sign for dudes, and they can tune into this, and it means it's on. But the other weird thing was that, oh my God, that is a commercial. Anyway, the other thing is that they said that men are really attracted to women with higher pitched voices. You think that I'd be like, set, right? Yeah, not so much. I mean, what does that mean for me? What it means is I have a high pitched voice, you're attracted, but I'm not getting any sex. That's what that means. Yes. I wonder if that study's right. How should I talk? Maybe I should talk like this all the time. Maybe I should talk like Natasha or something like that. Or, maybe I should just lower my voice. Maybe I have, you know what? I'm going to think about this for a while. There's got to be a happy medium, Like maybe I could start at a really high pitch or something like that and just drop it up. He would be so confused, right? He thinks he'll be thinking on The Exorcist or something like that. Yeah, Anyway, low and breathy means sex. Sex. That's what I said. You're less likely to get grossed out when you're aroused. Who the fuck are you kidding? Who writes these articles? Oh my gosh. These are lies. Lies. I mean, for one thing, a lot of times you're not going to get grossed out if you're in the moment. I mean, you're like, if you're having some banging sex, you don't care what is going on. I mean, people could come and throw Slurpees at you. I mean, you could have a train going through your bedroom. If you're having some banging sex, there ain't nothing that's going to distract you. So this, I'm like, how could this? No, this doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, you're just not paying attention. You don't give a fuck. You are into the sex. Yes, that's it. That is it. You don't need another distraction. Now, if you hate the dude, everything grosses you out. Everything. Oh my God, the way he unzipped his zipper. Why am I doing this? You're asking yourself. Or you're like, oh my gosh, he's got like that little fuzzy hair like right over his butt crack, that like little patch. It's so disgusting. Or, oh my gosh, there's a damn jungle down there. Oh yeah. Or, I mean, whatever it is, whatever is going on. I mean, he could just like breathe wrong and you're grossed out. And sometimes you're just like, kind of just like, let's just make it a mercy, Father. I'm already in the lake. I might as well go for a damn swim, right? Jeez, whatever. Yeah, so, but that's just like, I don't even see how that makes any sense. I mean, because if you hate the dude, you're even more grossed out. And, how much education do these people have that do these surveys? I mean, they put this together, and they're just like, do they not even think about it? Because if I was writing these results, I'd be like, maybe I better go do that again. Anyway, it says love is good for your bones. I don't know how they figured that one out exactly. They do have the details, but apparently it's only good for the men's bones. Oh my king. I'm not sure what happened there, folks. Hold on, let me stop it and see what's going on.
I'm not sure, and I'm not going to fix it because, quite frankly, I don't know how. So we were saying love is good for your bones. It's good for men's bones only, and I guess apparently if you are married, you're more likely to survive cancer. Go figure, right? So good thing I'm not divorced. But then again, I'm not really married. So where does that leave me? Either I need to go get married, maybe, so that I can like have a better chance to survive, or just focus on the fact that I'm not really divorced, even though I haven't seen him for a gazillion years, and I started my divorce and I haven't finished it. I don't know. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, that's how that goes. So we are already like 32 minutes into this, and I'm going to talk about marijuana and guns, and I really don't know a hell of a lot about that. So that probably is going to go quite quickly. But anyway, I was reading that because I've been curious about that. I'd heard that, and I've been wanting to get a gun for the longest time. But as you know, I had 6 kids, and there were always little ones. Yeah, my grandkids around now and then, but it's not the same. She doesn't live with us or whatever. So, and just because I'm out and about a lot and I go a lot of places on my own, a lot of people say you really should carry a gun. Yeah, not like the one that the guy flashed me on Facebook the other day when he says, "Hey, look, I have a gun." Anyway, and so while I'm looking at alternative therapies, I was thinking about getting a marijuana card. However, when I was talking to the lady from WAM, she said, a medical marijuana card allows you to walk into a dispensary and buy it, and it's mainly for the dispensary's protection. And then when I was reading the article, it said, that there are some databases that do collect the information. However, it's not like it's required or anything like that. So you can get a card, and if you get like pulled over or whatever, you can say, okay, and you got your weed or whatever, you say, oh yeah, here's my card, this is like what I can do, blah, 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 and you're okay. But in my situation, what would happen is they would courier it to me, so I'm not going to actually be, and I'm not going to be like out and about doing that because my plan is to do it like before I go to sleep. But anyways, so I mean, do I really need a card? Because then she told me what's more important is that I get a recommendation, which, by the way, my doctor's like, I don't recommend it. I think you should stay away from that stuff. Then he slammed the door. Anyway, so I was kind of confused about that, I can't remember what state it in, but again, state it's in where this came up or was posted about or whatever. But you can find it on my Facebook, Everything Jam. Yep, it's right there. The link is there. And I should probably talk to Dan from High Times about it. He can give me a little bit more clarity. or maybe the NRA, or I don't know, somebody who knows something. But you wonder, like, is like it. So let's say I wanted both. Like, should I get one before the other? I mean, I would think that since the gun permit is tracked more, so I would get that first, and then I could get the card if I needed to, and then somebody might not even document it, right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, because I mean, why? Why would you not need both? You know what I mean? Like, as far as I'm concerned, I'm sitting there going, well, I need both. Yeah, I do. So it is a little bit confusing for me, but we're going to make sense of this. And this is exactly why we have a show. Because I'm sure there's somebody else who doesn't really understand it all. And I don't even know how to use either of them. So we have a lot of shows to do. Because, I mean, I'll probably end up just shooting myself anyway. So, on accident, of course. Speaking of shooting yourself, we're going to talk about the Crybaby of the Week, which is absolutely ridiculous. Crybaby of the Week on Vice was apparently this lady who's like in her 30s. She found a spider in her house. Yep, happens all the time. Happened this morning over here at my house. And she was like so terrified of it that she's 34 years old. She decided to put some rags down there by the door and some towels and set them on fire. Whoa. That's a really good option. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Anyway, everything caught fire, and she was charged with aggravated arson. Yeah, and they put out the fire and everything. I was like, look, bitch, have you ever heard of RAID? How about your chancla? It is that simple. But I mean, you could even do it with a broom. Come on, if you're that afraid of it, just like use the broom, right? I mean, you burn down your damn house. Well, she didn't actually burn down, but I mean, I'm sure there's like tons of smoke damage because I've had fires in houses before. And so I'm like, yeah, RAID. But knowing this bitch, she will use the fire and the RAID, and there's going to be like this torch effect going on or whatever. But the spider will be dead. Right now, I'm wondering, is that spider even dead? No, he probably just crawled the fuck away and said, oh shit, that shit's hot. And he just like scrambled away like that little midget. You gotta watch that video. It's like hilarious. Yeah, I mean, really, what were you thinking? So, the other Crybaby of the Week that they had on there was this dude that's really old, and he's a vet, and he's working at Cracker Barrel, and he got fired for giving away a corn muffin. At first they said a muffin, so I'm like, muffin, blueberry, lemon poppy seed, nice and that, the big crown on top. No, he gave away this little old measly little corn muffin. Jeez, those things are like freaking dry biscuits anyway. Who cares? So he gave away this corn muffin, and apparently that wasn't his first offense. Oh, no. No. He's given away a coffee before. Oh, yeah. This lady had eaten there, and she decided, yeah, I'm about to leave. Would you mind giving me a coffee to go? She'd already had coffee. And if she was sitting there, they would have given her the refill. But the fact that he made that to go, yeah, that was, yeah. So he's fired. And that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, there's this other thing. They had the crazy shirts on there, and that was pretty interesting. And I guess I should have probably talked to this. I should have transitioned from the guns one into this, because this guy is really cool. He decided to see what he could get away with as far as T-shirts. And I've been going through the T-shirt thing, deciding which ones I needed to do, because when we were doing the Chaos and Chasm show, we thought, okay, we're going to do like the hashtag penis, hashtag vagina shirts, which I still think I think those are pretty cool. Anyway, I've been looking at shirts and different ways to do them, blah, 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 blah. And this guy, and we wanted the boob shirts and everything anyway, but anyway, this guy, he had some shirts made. One of them is like Mother Teresa getting some banging sex. Yeah. So his whole thing was he was going to go out and find these shops and see how much trouble he had, if people, gave him grief over, the controversial pictures or whatever it was that was on him. But one of them, is Mother Teresa getting banged. He said he was thinking about that, because like towards the end of her life, how she started having these questions about her faith and so forth. But it's a pretty good article, actually. And he talks about how they printed those shirts. And, he was just trying to see if, like, the First Amendment is alive and well. So sometimes he had to go to multiple shirt shops to get the specific shirt done. Let me see. He has one that says September 11th was a blast. He has one about Michael Jackson being like, yeah, Hmm. And let's see, so the Mother Teresa we talked about, and there's another suicide one and stuff like that. Actually, the Mother Teresa one, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one. And one of them he printed on a onesie, a baby onesie and stuff. So he talks about it, and it's pretty interesting. I mean, it reminds me of that whole Arizona thing where they started the thing where they would say like, oh yeah, well we can refuse to serve gay people and blah 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 and all that stuff. So you wonder like what can I get away with, or what can I do, or how does that all work? Are they going to push their morals down my throat? And at the same time, I understand. You as a business person, a lot of people put that sign that says we refuse the right to serve whoever they decide. And of course all those decisions come with some kind of consequences, but I kind of I think that would kind of change with the economy. You know what I mean? Like when everything's great and you have like 8 gazillion t-shirt orders that you have to print, and you can look at one and say, you know what, fuck that, I'm not printing that shit. No, 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 no. You know what I mean? Or it's something personal, maybe. I'm not saying so much like you're religious and you see the Mother Teresa thing. I'm saying something like, it has to do with something that's directly related to maybe a family member or something like that, or whatever. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. So go ahead and check that out on our Facebook, Everything Gem. Also, one of the other cool things that I saw was there's this Kegel exercises. It's called Kegel, Goal, I guess, and it's a Kegel exerciser. Now, for those of you who don't know what a Kegel is, it's when you squeeze your vajayjay like you have to like go potty, and you squeeze it so you can feel like the inner muscle walls kind of contracting and stuff like that, and you hold it for a certain period of time and you count, and then you relax, blah 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 blah. And they encourage women to do that, especially when they are in their childbearing years, and it helps with bladder control as well. So and it improves your sex life, yeah, because you can do that vice grip. Yeah, anyway, it's really funny. So they had this little like machiney thingy. It's orange, and as a matter of fact, my friend Carl was like, "Is that a carrot?" I was like, "Dude, if that's a carrot, I'm gonna have a garden growing." I'm just kidding. I haven't tried it, but I would like to send one. Maybe I should ask these people to send me one. Anyway, so apparently they did this Kickstarter campaign, and so far they've got $67,000. I was like, really? For a twat exerciser? Really? Yeah. For a twat tightener, 67 grand. And they're going to sell these things for some ridiculous price. So I'm like, man, I got to get me one of these. So apparently 30% of women are doing their Kegels wrong. I mean, how are you doing it wrong? Are you like squeezing like your butt? Or, I mean, I don't understand how you could do it wrong. I mean, like my problem with it is that like I forget, because they say, oh yeah, do them in the car. They're great to do in the car. So I'll be in the car like, all right, and I'll just be like in my Kegel land, and there's a song on. Oh, what was I doing? Oh yeah, Kegel. Oh, you idiot! There goes my Kegel. How do you keep track of that? So apparently you insert this little doohickey, and it can actually tell you like how tight you squeeze, I think, and let me see. Let me see what it has. It's yeah, it tells you how tight you squeeze and how many you do or something like that. So it keeps track of them for you. So it's squeeze, and then you can it turns off too. Turn it off. Oh, you can turn it off. I don't know what that's about. Forget that. No. But one of the things was it says it's actually very exhilarating. So I guess every time you do one right, you can like change the, you can change the settings so it gives you this little. Okay, I'm like, that's a tease. Okay, that is a tease. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be squeeze, squeeze. I mean, how's that work? Okay, that would just make me insane. Okay, I'd feel like coitus interruptus. You know what I mean? But anyways, when I was looking at like the picture and stuff, they have this USB cord. It's like, okay, like I can just see myself plugged in the car, plug that thing in the USB cord, and then like the cord is like going up in between my legs. You know what I mean? under my skirt or whatever. Excuse me, I push my underwear. I don't know. I mean, okay, so what are you going to do at home? Oh, like put your laptop in front of you? Yeah, that's smart. I'll just like put my laptop right in front of me. Oh, damn. My Skype's on there. My webcam's going, right? Oh, I'm trying to use my little machine there. That's, I don't know. Check that out. Everything Jen, Facebook. Yep, you need to. And you can go ahead and donate to that Kickstarter campaign. I think I'm going to talk to them. That's insane. But, I definitely have a problem with how do you remember them that you're doing them, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I don't know. Insanity. And, like, what exercises do guys have to do? Okay, so I know that there are other products and natural things that you can tone and tighten your vajayjay with. So, like suppository, I think they're like suppository style and stuff like that. So I actually have a friend who is going to go far, far away overseas to try to find this botanical that was used for that. And that's all I have to say on that. Yeah. So, it's a great life. That's what we're going to do right now. So I have this really crazy story, and I only have about 15 minutes left, so this is really funny. So I like don't really have a great sense of direction all the time. I can get you places and stuff, but if I'm going hiking and stuff, I usually take my son because he's really good at that. He'll be like, oh yeah, I remember we definitely turned here because I remember that like rock and then the sun and then that mountain. And I was like, what the hell? We're going hiking one time, and it was late. I was kind of mad. I was like, Dad, you guys didn't even get up, you know? We're supposed to go hiking because we go hiking on Sundays, right? And it's probably April-ish. And I'm like, all right, screw this. So they didn't wake up. So when they finally did get up, my son's like, fine, I'll go, sorry. And so we just go. Do we take all of our water that we usually take? No. Do we take all of our oranges? Do we take like the chapstick? And I'll go, no. Because Mom is just like, oh my God, I'm not going to get to go hiking today. I need to go hiking, right? And so jump in the car, we go hiking. And, oh, actually, oh man, I was confusing two stories. I have two good hiking stories. Okay, but we're going to tell you the one about the snakes first. And so I'm with the kids and we're hiking, and it's usually like, I think it's 2.5 miles in, 3.5 out or something like that. So we're moving right along, and all of a sudden they're like, did you hear that? I was like, I didn't hear anything. Yeah, I heard something, but I was like, oh, okay. And we go a little bit further. Did you hear that? No, just keep going, don't stop, just keep walking. And you know, this is a trail over New Kaipa, and it's not like it's not like cemented or anything like that. I mean, it's a trail, you know. It's not like I have to wear like all those expert boots and all that kind of stuff either. But you know, it's a trail. So we're walking, and then the path gets pretty small, and they're like, "Okay, we know you heard that." And I was like, "Yes, I heard that. Keep walking." And you could hear, and you know, it wasn't just one, it wasn't just two. I mean, there was, yeah, I could hear them. So I was like, okay, just keep walking fast. And we finally got to a spot where, you know, because we were walking through this area where the path was maybe a foot wide and the grass on each side was probably about 4 feet tall. So I'm like, just keep walking. So we got to a place, and I was like, okay. So they're like, yeah, why didn't it? They're like all upset and everything. I said, look. This is, we're already this far. I mean, what do you guys want to do? You know, if we go back that way, it's getting even warmer. If we go back, we know for sure that they're there. But if we go ahead, we still have like 3.5 miles, and we don't know what's in front of us. So, of course, we have no stick, nothing, no taser, nothing. We got nothing with us. So, usually, like a lot of times, like I'll lead the way, or I'll at least be second, you know. And so they're like, okay, well, let's just go a little more. I was like, you know what? They're probably behind us. Let's just finish this out. You know, it's a beautiful day. So we start walking, and everything's good for a while and stuff. And then we get to this flat, so we know now we're going to go downhill. We're good to go and everything. And then we get to this area, and we just hear and further we walked, the more we heard. And like I'm talking to him. I said, okay, here's the deal. If something happens, you guys still race out of here. because we don't have any cell service, and we're like actually starting to have this plan because we can hear them all over. This is like a damn symphony, and they say like baby ones you can't hear, so they're even scarier, right? They're more venomous and you can't hear them. So all of a sudden, you're just so like, and the kids are they start running and running and running and running. They pass me and I'm like, oh my god! And like we're going up and down hills and oh my gosh, they were so mad at me. They're like, we're gonna die, we're gonna die. And it was crazy. I mean, these things were loud. It was insane. And I'm thinking, what the hell is going on here? They're just like, they go right past me. And we ran the whole way out. We ran so hard and we're going up and down hills. Oh, my thighs like seized because of the hills and stuff like that. When we got to the end, we literally like just fell in the dirt and rolled around because we're like, oh my gosh. And then these other people are like, with their kids just starting to go up the hill and like not even thinking about it. And the guy's like, yeah, there's no snakes up here. Don't even worry, guys. We're just laying on the floor right there. He's walking his kids up. Oh my gosh, my son never wanted to go with me again. He was so mad at me. He was so mad at me, so he hasn't went back, and I'm really sad. Next time I'm going to tell you about the time, though, that we went and he had diarrhea and he had to use a sock for toilet paper because that's a really interesting story, too. And we were about to run out of socks and we got lost. And, yeah, that was great. But, it's an amazing life, isn't it? I'll say. So I was going to tell you I have, even though I'm not really supposed to do most of my updates here, I was just going to tell you that my friend came over the other day and we talked about music and everything, and we were supposed to be talking about the campaign and stuff, and I've been thinking a lot about the podcast and how that's going to go, and I thought, I'm sitting here talking to my computer, which, okay, already that sounds insane. Yes, I am talking to my computer, and it's 12:47, and yeah, that is just ridiculous. So in my mind, I can really make believe that nobody's seeing me and nobody's ever going to see me, right? And then I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to start making it theatrical. I'm going to just leave my hair a mess, or I'm going to wear this, or I'm going to wear that, or I'm going to dance, or I'm going to sing, or I'm going to do all these dumb things. And it's kind of funny. It kind of reminds me like when you're 3 or 4 or 5, and you sing with the hairbrush, and my favorite thing was to put on these really groovy boots I had and to listen to them. These boots are made for walking by Nancy Sinatra and stuff, and it's really kind of like a golden moment because, like I said, I'm pretending that nobody's listening to me. And I think more and more, as I get more and more comfortable, I'm going to continue to pretend that nobody's listening to me. And my hair is going to get wilder, and my costumes are going to get crazier, and my makeup's going to get crazier. And I'm just going to keep pretending that. And I'm not even going to know what's really happening, which is really, really great. I love it. It's like there's a sense of freedom and just reliving and revisiting that whole thing, you know what I mean? And so when I turn off the camera and I decide to take down my hair and walk out or whatever and go grab whatever I'm going to grab out of the refrigerator, it's just I'm just yeah. And this person, Miss Everything Jenny here, yeah, exactly. So we'll see what happens, and I'm sure my kids are going to look at the podcast before they load them and say, the fuck is she thinking? But whatever. I don't care. Doesn't matter anymore. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter more. It's funny because I used to sing, early on, I used to sing all the time. I mean, that's how I made my way through school for the most part. Changing clothes and everything back then was really cool, and being that kind of theatrical kind of thing and being able to express yourself. I mean, that's what artists do, They express themselves, and they kind of relay their feelings through not just what they're saying or how they sound, but it's their look and all the different things that affect you in a sensory way. So I mean, even the smell, if you're at a show and you have a certain smell and stuff like that you can smell, or whatever ambiance that they use to enhance that adventure, which is really cool because I've been thinking a lot about setting up some burlesque shows and things. That's really big. Burlesque is really, we don't have a lot of it out here, but it's making a comeback, and there's a lot of really extraordinary shows that you can go see. and you can stay within certain guidelines and stuff. But I think it's really healthy to open up your mind and look at different things. You know what I mean? And you can decide what you like. I mean, I get exposed to a lot of things, and I come across tons of things. And then, in a lot of ways, the more I look at stuff, the more I think that I'm conservative. Yeah, can you imagine that? I think I'm conservative. What am I thinking, right? No, but really, because it's just, I mean, it was like this conversation my son and I had. He said, when you think you're underground, like something's underground, it's really not underground. There's always somebody that's more underground than you are. And it also goes back to this other conversation I was having, and we're talking about music, and I was trying to explain this idea to my son that a lot of times, because he's always trying to like say, punk bands don't do it this way or they don't do it that way or whatever. They're not going to advertise. They're they want to be listened to by these people that are searching them out, and if you're familiar with that genre of music and that culture, you'll know what I'm talking about. And I said, well, here's what happens. Maybe they only have 50 people show up to show, and they're good with that. They're good. Their gas is paid, and that's good enough for them. Yeah, I understand that. It's all about the music. But you know what? Those guys start to grow up, and along the way, maybe they have a kid or two, and now they're thinking, dang, maybe I got to make a little bit more than $20. So, they start their ideas start changing and stuff like that. And pretty soon they're like, all right, now they have a little big of a, maybe somebody starts posting something or find something else, and they start growing just because of the consistency. No matter what, if you do something consistently, it will improve or it will grow. So just based on their consistency itself, they become, more, I need to listen to myself, right? The consistency. They become, they have a larger following. So pretty soon, this underground band is just it's elevating to the surface, and there's nothing you can do. This thing has a mind of its own, okay? And then somebody sees them and says, "Hey, I'll pay for your for you to do your recording, and I'll help you with your show and your merch, and pretty soon here we go again." Another elevation, and it takes on a mind of its own, and you can't stop that train. You cannot stop that train. I hope I can't stop my train. I hope this train just goes right out of the station. But, we have this thing that we think we can control things, you know what I mean? And at one point, yes, you were probably underground, but you're not anymore. You're elevating, and there's nothing you can do. And pretty soon you start being common, and you just kind of move in this way that you never expected. And you get used to it, and you change and grow with that. So, you can't really, there's only so much you can do to stay, in a certain way for so long. And things change, your intentions change, your needs change. So, with that being said, I guess I'm going to start closing out my show. On a serious note, I want to say thank you to Lauren, Chris, Emily, Luciano, all these amazing people that are helping me. Let me see, Ray. It could go on and on. Dan, all these amazing people that are helping me and supporting me. This is going to be one of the greatest adventures. I know that I'm going to be elevated. Things are going to be elevated. People are going to learn more about how to take care of themselves and learn how to be themselves and embrace their true selves and say whatever they need to say. You know what I mean? Everything doesn't have to be offensive. Even the F word is losing its punch, right? So when you get a chance, go ahead and check out my Facebook. Send me messages, topics. I want to change this show. I need some help. If there's anybody out there that knows anything about technology, so I don't have to just have the evil twin with me all the time, that would be great. But right now I have the evil twin, and I need to have some background noises. I think my friend Chet is working on some music for me, which would be really, really cool. And I need to have some equipment and some good stuff happening. So I am definitely a community project, and be good to people. And remember that people are the most important thing. And while you may prioritize them into family, friends, girlfriend, children, whatever, however you decide to prioritize it, people are the most important thing. And if we forget that, we're fucked. So this is Jem. With Everything Gem, the Red Moon Woman, signing off, and I will talk to you soon. Please check out my vlog, and that's it.